Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. And this time we're casting a game from Lee Sin, played by HotshotGG. And he's going to do a random, ranked game. It's not a tournament match. I've been trying to cast a tournament match, but there's a problem with the replay system. It doesn't cast the match when there's an observer in the game, and all of the tournaments, or at least the tournament replays, have an observer in them. So the observer summoner spell is not in the replay system, so it doesn't know how to handle it, and then it crashes. So we see an early CV here, and there should be an early CV on the opposite side as well. And they do this so that they can see what the items are that have been bought. And that's also the reason why the two good players in this game, being Big Fat GG, playing as Richard Tracy, and if you don't know why, I'll explain in a minute, and HotshotGG, playing under Kakasol, his alter ego, his Smurf account. And we're going to line up for the level 1 fight. So Nocturne needs some help on his blue. That's why they're not going out to meet the enemy team. They are pretty strong, level 1, with Alistar, and I guess Lee Sin is okay early on. Vladimir is quite strong. This guy is not Nocturne. And Kartis is supposed to stay in the back anyway, so he's not very strong either, but he can get away normally. And he doesn't run at all. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, he gets killed way too easily there. He could have easily run, especially if he has anything good. No, he has teleport and revive. So, yeah, that was pretty horrible. Then we'll see people helping the Nocturne with his blue. And we will see Hotshot alone in the bottom lane, because Alistar, who is supposed to be in the bottom lane as well, is going to roam a little bit. As you can see, he still hasn't picked his skill yet. Well, I'll explain the Richard Tracy first before I forget. Oh, we see a ward in the jungle here, which is very important. The Richard Tracy comes from the fact that, well, his initial name was Big Fat GG, with GG being Chinese, I think. At least that's what was on the forum, for penis. And then he changed it to Big Fat LP, which means exactly the same thing, but in what was it, Korean, I think. And therefore he changed it to D1CK, which was Dick. And then they said he couldn't do that either, and that's why he changed it to Richard Tracy, which is of course Dick Tracy, the infamous detective. And well, they cannot really say anything about that, and yeah, so he still got away with calling himself Dick, and yeah, he was very happy about that. So that's why he got Dick Tracy, Richard Tracy, I'm sorry, instead of his normal Big Fat GG. Anyway, we see that Hotshot is having some trouble holding off this lane. Obviously, 2v1 is always very difficult, and with someone who is supposed to nuke one target only, it is very hard to hold a complete lane where you have to hit all of the minions and 2 champions. And well, we see him getting quite low. He is using the shield to reduce the damage from the bombs and things like that. And he does level up the offensive skill first. He didn't choose his skill until very late, but eventually he did go for the Sonic Wave, which is probably the strongest skill on him anyway, because, well, the shield doesn't do too much. It yeah, shields 80 damage, but yeah. I wanted to see what the second skill is, but it gives him 10% lifesteal, spell vamp and 15 armor, which really isn't that big of a deal. And the Q skill, if you hit it, deals 160 damage at level 2, which is quite a lot. So he now leveled up the E skill, I think, as well. No, he hasn't yet. So he's gone Q, W, Q instead of O, and again W, because he's already level 4. I thought he would level up his E by now, because normally he uses all skills he can get, and this is going to be a kill, obviously. Yeah, that was a little too low health on Singed, and well, as I said, it's 160 damage on this one, just for hitting someone with it, and if you're that easy of a target, yeah, you're going to get killed. And 160 damage is early on is a very big deal. And with the safeguard, he can shield 80 damage on himself, meaning that Singed really couldn't do anything there. Don't know what he was thinking. This guy is going to get killed as well against two champions, one of which is building, well, at least HP now. But he also has quite high armor for the low level they are. Well, okay. How does he get so much magic resist? It's probably his runes. Anyway, so the jungler made a very stupid mistake there. I didn't expect high ELO players to make that kind of mistakes, because going in alone against two champions isn't a very good thing. And then, yeah, with Alistar being there and having two skills off cooldown, yeah, you're not going to kill anyone. Because Alistar, well, you can catch him of course if he's out of mana or if he doesn't have his skills up at least. But if he has his skills up and he has another champion with him, you're not going to kill him. And top gets a relatively easy kill because, well, it's 3v1. And now that there's only one champion in lane, Hotshot should have no problem here. He should have quite an easy time getting all the last hits on the minions. But yeah, then Singed returns, so it becomes a lot harder, of course. He can still farm with his Q, but it's not ideal since his Q costs 50 energy. And yeah, well, he would like to use his Q to do damage to opponents, not minions. But still, the energy regenerates pretty quickly, so it should be no problem to keep up. And here we have a 3v1 situation. And normally I would say this is a bad thing, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get out of this, because he always does. Yeah, I don't know how he does these kind of things, but... And of course he chooses the top route because everybody assumed he would be going the bottom route. And for some reason he always gets out of these situations, and I would have been killed yeah, easily. They would have no problem with me. But he used his ultimate to make sure that he didn't take too much damage from the three of them, and then there was only one person chasing him. And he ran away from that one, used his shield to actually stay alive, and got to run away because the Alistar came in and distracted them. And then they ran the wrong way, or, well, he tricked them into going the wrong way. And I'm having a little bit of lag issue here. I hope it's not interfering with the game. Well, with the sound, I should say. Because my last video had some issues with the sound. I'm not going to fix it because it was way too much work to create that video, to do it again. So you're just going to have to deal with a 1 second delay or so. And I have no idea how that was, or why that existed. Because there was no lag in that game. Anyway, we see them taking a dragon here, since, yeah, why not? They are pretty strong early on. The Karthus is 0, 7 and 1. I mean, playing suicide cards is fine, but you have to at least get some assists, because it's not really useful to go on and try to just suicide in when you get nothing out of it. Oh, again, the legs, come on. But yeah, he's right here. If he gets kills, then he's worth a lot of money to the opponents again. And that's no good. So he needs to really avoid getting kills. And this guy might die if they actually see him, or if they actually get the chance to kill him. But nobody's there. Nocturne might go after him. Nope. They are going after this guy. So Zillion forced to use his ult. He's way too early on that. So they can actually wait it out and then kill him right when it finishes. But he used his ult when he was still full health, which was pretty silly. Yeah, as I said, he always gets out of these situations. I don't know how he does that, but that's why he's... well, he's the programmer and I'm not. To me it's amazing that somebody can use these skills, these 3 skills he has, so efficiently that he almost always stays alive. So Karthus, he has been executed a couple of times. That's why he's not being yelled at by his opponent or his team. But he now got 1 kill, and that means that he's, instead of 90 gold, he's now worth 300 gold again. And he has 75 minion kills, which isn't even as good as the Vladimir, and the Vladimir has 4 kills. So the Vladimir is actually doing great. Yeah, once again, getting a kill there, not really interesting. Anyway, so he's dying again, and this time getting killed by, I don't know, by someone at least. So early on, it's actually good to let yourself get killed by dragon or something. So to use all your abilities in mid lane, then get executed, and then you use your revive to get into mid lane very quickly. Because you get mana and health from your, well, mana because you're reviving.